Here's a basic instruction on how to use a Visio Cable Pro. It's a pretty simple system, but there's a few things you need to be aware of. If you ever need support, there's TeamViewer where we can log on and walk you through it. There's a handbook manual, which we would appreciate you taking a look at first. Kind of reviews on different types of icons and what they mean and how to run the system. Here's a shortcut to get to the software, and you just double click on that. And it will take a few seconds, like 5 or 10 seconds for it to load. The cameras communicate to it and everything. If you ever shut down the system and connect to it right away, you may see an error here. So you just need to let it all shut down for about, say, 10 seconds, and then it takes about 10 seconds to start up to get all the communications with all the cameras and everything. So as you see here, it's already started up. It's started on the medium camera. We have a small camera and we have a large camera. And you can see the places up on the glass screen where the large, small, and medium cables might go. This is the image that's up in there. I'm going to put my hand behind it right now. So this is on the medium cable, and this is just a small sliver of a piece of, actually this is plastic extruded tubing that we're looking at measuring the wall measurements on. So in this case, it's treated like a cable. One conductor, what these icons mean right here. So this is if you have one conductor in there, 2 conductor, 3 conductor, 4, etc. Now this one single conductor can also be multiple strands, but it's considered as one conductor. So if you take a quick look at maybe what I have over here in the large camera, now you see it takes a second for it to transfer over. But see now it's no longer highlighted blue on the medium, now it's on the large. But so even for a product like this where it has a whole bunch of strands in it, this is still recognized as a single conductor. And this part also has 2 other options on here that I want to show real quick. This one has actually a slit cut in it. It makes it easier to get it off the product. And in that case, whenever you're doing that, you want to click on this to show that we're going to measure a slice through here. So I'm going to kind of walk through these backwards. I'm going to show one more thing on this, and we're going to kind of walk through backwards. So in this case, instead of, if we want to just measure from here to here, it is just a single conductor with 1 layer. And if you want to take a measurement on that, all we have to do is push go on this icon, and it takes a few seconds, maybe, and it shows you the actual values here down here in the bottom. So it shows you what the outer diameter is. Okay, it shows you the inner diameter, which is all of these values in here. You can see it ignored this region right here. It also has a min sheath measurement right there. It has the mean, the average of them, and here's the max sheath. So if you want to see all the values, you can also click on here and go underneath tolerances, go wall thickness, and you can drop down and you can show single wall measurements, and these are all the values. So you can put tolerances and nominals and stuff like that in there if you'd like, but these will show you. So going from, you can see here's the min value, and let's see where the max value would be. It would be right here. So and these kind of go around this orientation. So what these do, how this measurement system works is it takes a measurement from within 60-degree segments, which is a standard with cable manufacturing. So within like this 60-degree segment, it's looking hundreds and hundreds of times, maybe even thousands of times, and it's looking for the min or the max wall thickness here. So and so it's looking for the minimum wall thickness here. And it goes around and looks in this 60-degree angle, on this 60-degree angle, on this 60-degree angle. So that's what it's doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I'm not going to save this test plan. You could, and I'll show you that later. But in this case, this one might have 3 layers. And if to see that, I'm turning on this backlight icon. So this is the front light icon. That's the backlight icon. This is one of the other 2 things you might do if you need to measure multiple layers. So in this case, now I turn on the backlight, and you can see it has 1 layer here, another layer, and another layer. So still some single conductor, still got a slit in it, and now we're going to show that it has 3 layers with 3. Okay, and then we're going to push go. Now it's thinking, give it a few seconds. Boom. Alright, now it shows on the outer wall. Here's your diameter. On the second wall, second layer, I'm sorry, this is your information, your min sheath, your min, mean, and max sheath, your diameters, as well as your inner. So you can see this inner min sheath is, it's 23 thousandths, very small. If you want to zoom in and take a look at anything, then you can. You just hit the zoom button, and let's see where's we can go over here and click on the outside once and click on the inside, and it zooms in. You can see where it's taking the measurements from this point to that point. So it just makes it real nice and easy for you. So now if I want to go ahead and switch to a different camera, so let's switch over to the the medium camera. There's already a part in there. He kind of washed out, grayed out. You can see, so we don't need the backlight on this one. And that gets rid of any kind of measurement values that are already left over on there. These crosshairs are shown by this icon. You can change the colors of them right here. I like blue because it doesn't show up as any measurements. So, and then in this case, we're going to be back on single layer. All right, so we got one layer, and we're going to do one measurement. So you just click on here. Oops. And in this case, it left all the other information from the last one. So maybe I don't want that. Maybe I do. But I'm going to go ahead and just say save test plan. No, it erases everything in there. And so, because in this case, I'm going to do a report. So I'll go ahead and take this measurement. There you go. I've got all these values. And I can go up here and hit this icon. This will go straight to the printer. Or if you hold on a little black triangle on the bottom right hand corner, you can see a preview. And now that'll leave for, and this kind of sets it up so that it'll show you all the test values. So if we end up putting all the tolerances and stuff like that in there, it would all show up underneath here as well. So, and then you can print it or you can close it. So you can always customize the top. You can put your own logo in there, and it'll take all the information. So see this information right here. I'll show you where that is. So that information is under this logistics data. So all this information right here. So if you want to put machine number, user number, dimensions, or what have you, work order number, all that information right there can show up on your report. So to walk through some of these icons, this will create a new measurement. This will open a stored recipe file or part file. This will save a part file. So if I want to go ahead and show all these wall thicknesses as it goes around, we can do that, show them there, and now I can actually save this as a single wall with tolerance. So I've already kind of done that, but I'll do it again. And it already shows it exists. I say yes. So now when I go to print or see what this report's going to look like, you're going to see it shows well, this is a German wand, but it means wall. We'll show you all the wall values as you go around. Alright, if you want to verify the calibration, I went ahead and put this calibration part in the measurement field, which you can order along with the system. I'm going to go ahead and erase all this information. I want to erase all this information as well. But yeah, basically just use this calibration circle tool. Take some measurement. Now, whenever it's not going to show up underneath the measurements, results, or classics. You have to go under geometries for calibration. But it shows up to be 1.18166, which is very close to the calibration value by like a tenth of a thousandth of an inch. So that's just verifying to make sure your system is running well. If you want to do periodically, it's up to you. What's the most important is to get the best quality of cut sample to put in your measurement area. You don't want any samples that are angled cuts and stuff like that. So invest into a good cutter type system. We have systems available for that, but definitely your presentation of your product to the cameras is the most important for repeatable quality measurements. Thank you very much. A few other types of measurements. I'll just put some other complex cables on there. One is if you have a piece that has maybe 7 different locations that you want to measure. So in this case, you'd go to this product, a flat web cable, click on it, you put 7 for 7 different webs, said OK, and now it's taking its measurements. It shows you all that information. If you want to show all your wall measurements, once again, you can have this saved in a recipe or what have you, or you can just quickly click on it. There's all your 42 different measurements as it goes through all these different areas. Remember, 6 measurements per circle. That's what you're getting. Doing thousands and thousands of more than that, but it's just giving you an overcap of your min walls, and then the max and the min walls type thing. So if we put in let's put in a sector type product. Slide this one out. Put this one, get it kind of somewhere in the middle there. Close to the middle is better. It's just good practice. Clear this information, the background information. I want to do a new test plan. Alright, so this one I'm going to do a sector measurement. 3 layers. See, it's giving you, it's not going to do a diameter, inner diameter, but it's going to give you the min sheaths, average, and stuff like that for each one of the sectors. And if you want to go in there and look at it again, we've done this wall area right there. You can see right where it's taking measures. You see all these thousands of points. Print. And save it somewhere.